Welcome to the next episode of the Global Women Empowerment Program, Women as Changemaker. My name is Rose Rawani, your host, and I'm absolutely delighted to bring you today's inspiring episode alongside my wonderful colleague, Josie Kersey. Great to have you with us, Josie. How are you today?
I'm good, Rose. It's good to be here, as usual.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
How are things with you, Josie? It's been a while. We caught up, we are doing our next program of the Global Women Empowerment Program. What has been your, some of the journey, or what have actually kept you busy?
You. We've got so many exciting things happening in the Global Women Empowerment Program and obviously the Peace Foundation. We've just had our last event recently, which was celebrating the International Women's Day. What an amazing event we had. We had many business people there, and the inspiration from our guest speakers was outstanding. So we were very thrilled with that event. And April, what a chock-a-block month it's been, from obviously festivities, Ramadan and Easter and Anzac Day just 2 days ago here in Melbourne. Just exciting events shared with our family and friends and colleagues as well. So it's been super busy, and it is going to be busier this year as we forge on with the events that we are creating, especially to empower women, especially to give them wings to fly higher than they ever thought they could fly. And that's what our journey is all about, and that's what our collaboration is all about, bringing inspiration to those that think that there is no inspiration.
Absolutely, yes. It has been a busy month for both of us, Josie, and thank you for your involvement and your contribution to the Global Women Peace Foundation. It's always a pleasure to be working with you. And also, we have got a few other initiatives that's coming up actually in the future, so that's also keeping both of us busy. And that's wonderful to have you and also the rest of our team members to be working toward those initiatives. Today's program is all about celebrating empowerment and creating real impact. We are proud to introduce two powerful initiatives recently launched by the Global Women Peace Foundation, our membership program and also our mentorship program. Our membership program is focused on building a strong, connected community of women who are passionate about leading change. Through exclusive events, resources, and also opportunities, members can engage, grow, and lead with purpose. Meanwhile, our mentorship program is designed to nurture and empower the next generation of women leaders, connecting them with experienced mentors who are ready to inspire, guide, and help unlock their full potential. So Josie, as part of our initiatives that we have launched at the Global Women Peace Foundation, we launched about the mentorship program, which is really a great initiative for women who wants to be part of this movement. And also this program is for women to be actually coming along and working with us as a mentor, and also inviting mentees to be working with us. So I think the feedback that we have received, how was, in your opinion, Josie, how was the feedback that we have received during our events?
Extremely fantastic, to be honest. So Rose, the mentorship program was really well received by all the people that attended our event. And to be part of something is really important. When you feel part of something, you feel like you belong, and it's your place. And I think the mentorship program opens up opportunities for business people to take under their wing people that, ladies and young ladies especially that are starting out in the business world that would need a mentor to look up to and also to be guided by. And this program is fantastically placed. And it has different categories, so anyone can come in at any time and take up whatever level of mentorship they wish to do.
Correct, yes.
And what it does is it just gives ownership to that person that's providing the mentorship, and also ownership to the mentee that is working alongside.
Yes, absolutely. And the great thing about this program is a 12 months or 6 months program where the mentor and mentees get together and they talk about their professional development, focusing on mentees' professional development, and also so that they can be empowered, they can be trained, and they can be mentors. So this is a really great initiative for a woman who wants to be part of this mentorship program. Come along and join us, and also be part of this movement and impact another woman who can actually actually drive and make a really positive impact. We will be introducing also, including this information in our social media platforms, including the link, and please get in touch with me or Juicy, and we would love to hear from you to be part of this beautiful movement of mentorship program. Another initiative that we also launched in our Global Woman basically Peace Foundation initiative that we had on 24th of March was the membership program. This is also another great initiative for women to come along and join us, and men. So this is a great opportunity for both male and female to come and join the movement, the mentorship program. The mentorship program has got 3 categories where you can get part of this mentorship program and also be actually benefited from diverse range of initiatives that we would like to provide you and be part of it. For example, if I can just on top of my head, and also what we have included as part of our membership is that we have got 3 categories, which is Inspire Her, Elevate Her, and also Empower Her. And we would love you to be part of any of these 3 categories, depending on which one you would like to be included. And we will be including this information also to our social platforms. You can get in touch with us and you become part of our movement. By doing this, you're not only impacting yourself, your communities, but also other men and women through this initiative. So I think it's a great initiatives and also great opportunities to be part of the Global Women Peace Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, there's benefits to each of the membership categories. So there's, discounts for attending our events. There's all sorts of promotional opportunities in there as well. So each category holds its own package of value for the people that would like to be a member. It is open to men and women, as you said. Absolutely. And again, the membership part of it is important too, because as you're creating this movement, Rose, and your vision is to impact and empower, this is a great way to do it. And membership and building the community is absolutely the best way forward.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the great thing about both of these initiatives is that they are both global initiatives. So anybody from any other countries, if you're based in Melbourne or Sydney or Brisbane or Perth, and also if you're any of our mentors or members are allocated overseas, this is a global movement. You can still be part of both and attend our initiative. So we look forward to hear from you. If you do have any questions, please reach out to us, and we would love to be receiving your feedback and include you as part of these 2 beautiful initiatives. As part of our ongoing commitment to drive positive change and fundraising initiatives through direct donation, I'm excited to share that along our existing charity partner, AusRelief, we have proudly welcomed 2 new charity partners, Impact and Our Village, who are closely aligned with our mission. AusRelief is committed to delivering the humanitarian and sustainable development to women, children, and families affected by poverty and disaster, empowering communities for lasting change. Impact is dedicated to supporting women. Impact is dedicated to supporting Victorian women and children escaping extreme domestic violence, providing practical grassroots supports through gift services and heartfelt connections. 1 bag of love, 1 note, 1 gift at a time. Our village harnesses the strengths of local communities to support vulnerable babies and children, offering essential care, resources, and sustainable future through collaborations with carers, social services, volunteers, and donors. And now it's my absolute pleasure to introduce our first guest speaker, a truly extraordinary woman refining the future of beauty with purpose. Meet Evangelina Tai, the engineer behind a skincare revolution. From engineer to elite cosmetic chemist, Evangelina has turned her passion for problem solving into a science-driven skincare movement. Proudly made in Australia, her brand Zoe and Hope is more than skincare. It's a fusion of epigenetics, dermocosmetics, and neurocosmetics, refining what it truly means to care for your skin from the inside out. But Evangelina's mission goes far beyond beauty. Every purchase helps support survivors of abuse, children living in poverty, and those impacted by human trafficking. This is skincare with soul. This is beauty with impact. So Evangeline, we are absolutely thrilled to have you with us today. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm wonderful, and I'm so pleased to be here.
Yes.
So nice to have you here with us. Can't wait to hear what you've got to share with us today.
Nothing like being in the presence of like strong, powerful women like both of you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Absolutely.
So Juicy and I, we have got a couple of questions that we would love to ask you. My first question to you is that you have combined science, skincare, and social impact so beautifully. What inspired you to transition from engineering into creating Zoe and Hope? And how did that journey shape your approach to formulating products?
Good questions. So 3 parts to that answer. Firstly, a personal journey. I just had very bad skin because of ill health. And I realized that everything that I was looking at in department stores weren't really helping. They were making my skin worse. So that was one part of it. But the reason why I was experiencing all of this ill health were because I was stalked and harassed in my entire professional career. And it had a negative impact on my skin. But I didn't realize that until I did a deeper dive into what was causing all of the skin issues that I had. So when I went about researching and developing the products, I wanted it to be something that dealt with the problem. So stress was a massive one. Cortisol, thins our skin, ages us, and a whole lot of other things. So I went about looking for ingredients that would actually help mediate that stress in a natural way. I wanted to have a holistic response. So that was one part of how I was tying a lot of the science and research that I did in epigenetics and dermacosmetics. For example, did you know that your skin has got taste buds? Who knows? But I can use your skin to talk to your brain. So, and all of that then create a wonderful positive cascade that actually improve your skin. So that's the second part of it, right? The third part of it is tying back to my initial experience of having been sexually abused, harassed, stalked, threatened. And I realized that women in community, even if you are a professional, still go through so much more. And a lot of it's hidden. It's still taboo to talk about it. But it also created a bigger awareness of what's actually happening globally. And I knew that I couldn't work the 20-hour days, 6-7 days a week for the rest of my life. So I needed to have something that was going to generate revenue that I can then continue to actually put towards supporting women and children that in terms of liberating them from sex trafficking. And then not just liberating them, but actually educating and empowering them and giving them dignity back. And the other part of it is victims of domestic abuse. I also had 2 beautiful foster kids that I helped raise, and they came from that abusive background as well. So yeah.
Wonderful. It's such an inspiring story that you just shared with us. And your skin looks beautiful.
Thank you.
So natural and beautiful.
Absolutely.
And we would love to know more about this product so that we can find out what makes you so shiny and so shiny and beautiful. So that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that insight with us. I really appreciate it. I believe, Juicy, you have a question as well.
I do. I have a lot of questions actually, just after that, because you are such an inspiring person. Mind you, you are pint-sized, but you pack a lot of punch.
Thank you.
I listened to every word you said, and for me, it's you are an inspiration, and what you're doing out there is. You need to be applauded for that, because you've come through a very traumatic time and yet you've been able to rise above and create something, and you always think of someone else. That's what you are all about. You're always thinking of someone else, not thinking of yourself, and that's the most unselfish thing a human can do,
Thank you.
is to think of others before they think of themselves. but you know, it's a joy to have you here. So I did hear that you've had 20,000 hours in R&D.
Yeah.
Research and development, that's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Courses don't last that long.
Yeah.
course of study doesn't take that long, but 20,000 hours, it's a credit to you. Wow. So with over 20,000 hours in research and development and a focus on cutting edge ingredients like peptides, marine extracts and stem cells, what makes your skincare formulas uniquely effective? Because there's lots of products out there, there are lots of people competing for that space.
Yeah.
And I know I may have to go on the television channel, the shopping channel, to be drawn in.
Yes.
But what makes yours effective over the others, and how do they align with your mission to empower others? So it's a double question in there, but
it's a packed one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a packed one.
Okay, let me unpack it one step at a time.
Sure.
So, how is it different? Well, I guess I started with the person in front of me first. I listened to what problem. Usually, it will be someone coming to me and say, "Hey, Evangeline, can you fix this problem?"
Right.
I'll be like, "Okay, let me go do some research. I'll work out what's going on. I'll create something, and then it becomes a product." But along the way, other people are coming back and saying, "Hey, I've got this problem." I was like, "Yeah, cool. I already created something." And people are basically using the same product. And then it actually becomes a thing that's actually in my range. So I guess in a nutshell, I've never created a product because someone else has got, "Hey, I've got a moisturizer that does this." I've actually gone and looked at the underlying problem first. So for example, during the day, I know that you're going to be experiencing a lot more stress in your day. You're going to be in front of a camera or lights, and you'll be in front of your phone, you'll be in front of your laptop or your computer.
Yeah.
You'll be under artificial lighting. So all of these are going to stimulate a cascade of not so good things that's happening in your skin. But you don't notice it straight away.
No.
You notice it maybe in a few months, in a few years
Very true.
down the track. So I guess I started with the problem and researching to address the problem, and then the results flow from that.
Nice.
So it's very results focused skincare as opposed to, hey, let's be more of the same.
Yeah, absolutely. That
And I
sounds-
think the great thing about what you have actually discovered in terms of your product, that now you actually empower women through that, is that you have done your homework. You have done your research, you have used it on yourself, you know the impact for it, and also the ingredients that you used is such a, I would say, beneficial ingredients for skincare for women. And you're a good example of that one too, because people will see you and people will trust that product and they will use it. So I think my question when I look at this information you shared with us is that you come up with Zoe and Hope. So what inspired you to put that name as a Zoe and Hope, or why actually did you use that name as part of your product or product name?
Sure. So Zoe actually is a Greek word. It stands for life. For me, it's the fullness of life. I'm a Christian. A lot of my principles and the reason why I do what I do is undergirded by my faith, and I wanted to make a positive impact in people's lives. So the second part of your question, Josie, how is there the social impact aspect of it? So a lot of my ingredients are actually helping women in communities that usually they would not have had opportunity, they wouldn't have education, they wouldn't have the independence, financial independence. So giving women in communities that actually grow and harvest and these amazing ingredients is one part or one step of that social impact journey. And then the other parts of it is the profits from my business actually then go back towards helping a lot of the communities that's impacted, whether they're in the third world country, whether it's through, like, say, supporting children, like through Compassion for Christ, because it's not just one kid that's actually being impacted. There's macroeconomics that's actually being taught to the family. Then there are schools that's being impacted, their communities being impacted. So those are just different cascades of the different the things that I do, and then partnering with organizations that go in there and actually extract these women and children from sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a little bit more involved.
Okay.
That's
And is that
powerful.
why hope means that, creating hope as part of your brand?
Yes,
for
that's
those women?
that's the other part. So
Yes.
hope
Yeah.
is directly by the impact that I can create through the actual use of the product. That's only one step. That's just that's superficial, but actually still meaningful for some people who are actually having a lot of skin challenges. But it is the deeper impact that I'm actually passionate about.
The hope. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. I think that's great. So when can we use the product? I think we're next.
I want you to
start today.
create one just for me, hey?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it is lovely. So thank you for sharing your insight, Evangeline. It is great to have you with us, and I look forward to catching up with you in our next, perhaps in our next event that we have with the Global Women Peace Foundation.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. Now I'm delighted to introduce our second guest speaker, another inspiring woman who is helping others create meaningful change from within. Meet Avril Jurizins, a dedicated hypno and neurotherapist who is specializing in cultivating positive mindset and empowering individuals through transformative mental wellness practices. Combining deep expertise in neuroscience and also hypnotherapy, Avril helps clients break through limiting beliefs, overcoming emotional barriers, and unlock their full potential to achieve lasting personal and also professional success. Avril, we are so excited to have you with us today. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me here. I feel very privileged.
Thank you for coming, Avril.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here, and thanks for joining us today. So Juicy and I have got some questions that we would like to ask you. My first question to you is, could you share how you first became interested in hypno and neurotherapy, and what inspired you to combine this with the passion for investing in health and beauty ventures?
Well, it all started from my own journey. I endured a lot of pressures from being through a lot of kickbacks. You'd want life to be a garden of roses, but it's not what Disney tells you. So I assumed life was going to be this way, but coming from a very heavy cultural background, I went through a lot of struggles adjusting and trying to live life. And we go through a lot of journeys that are not exactly straight line, it's always cut chop. So this then forged an inner strength that I had to perform, that I had to move in, which was great. That got me resilience and moved me forward. But then I was kept with a hollow part of me where I felt, I don't feel this is fitting me. Why am I not fitting in with everyone? I'm just putting a face. So I thought I'd go deep dive into myself, and then I found there was traumas and triggers. I went and saw a psychologist, I went and saw doctors, and I couldn't resolve the issues. So I thought, what else? What else? So then I went in and I got a hypnotherapist to help me go through these emotions that was lagging me, stopping me from going behind. And it took a while, but as soon as it hit, my world changed. I was able to smile and be happy with myself. I enjoyed and thrived in life. And I thought, if I was only 18 years old and knew about this, this would really make me have better choices, and I would be where I needed to be, if not sooner. But I know life is a challenge. But knowing these challenges and exceeding more and having that confidence, which I was lacking, because I'd always stand behind that girl, so I don't get in trouble. The teacher won't ask you questions. So I didn't want to be the one that got the answer wrong, but I should have. So this all came down to being aware about yourself. And then I thought, I really wish I could do this. So I started with my 2 children, and now they've started their life, and I'm seeing an improvement. I thought, okay, let's do this professionally. So I got into teaching and learning and push myself further.
Great, and that's inspiring. And also, you know, I believe that you have got a couple of books. I'm sure Josie has got a question as well. But in terms of your books, tell us about 2 books that you have got with you. What are they, and what are some of the content that you would like to share with the viewers and also with the readers?
Awareness Holds the Key is a book that's available on Amazon. It's to foster the start of your journey. You know, we wonder why we do the things we do. It's like coming into work and you've cooked a beautiful meal and Josie orders Uber Eats and she's got this nice burger and you're like, I wish I had a burger. And you forget how much hard work you put into the food and you thoughtfully created this. If it's not your recipe, it's your mum's recipe. And you forget and you're like, I can go get something. And that food that you put thought into, which is nourishing your body, is then substituted for something that is short-lived. And you are what you eat. So if you eat and look healthy and be healthy, you're radiant throughout the day forever. Within your parameters, of course. So this book helps to foster that mindset, to start that thinking, am I doing it for me? Is this aligning for me? Am I making a decision because I want to, or is it because great-grandma said, no, if you see the red light, don't run it, you know? If you see the green light, always go. And sometimes the red light may say, don't go, but is it in the right situation for you? And is there a car coming behind you that you need to go further without getting hit in the back? You know, it's like understanding why. There was a lovely story actually. A grandma decides to make a coffee and then she makes a big steak, roast, and she always cut the sides. So my mum did it, my great-grandma did it. And I'm like, why are we cutting the sides? No, this is the traditional way. Eventually, we found out the reason why she cut the edges, because the pan was too small. And we've been following it all this time thinking it's some tradition that we have to. It's like, you know, if the gods may curse us or something. So we've been following that age on end. So this is something that you got to stop and like whatever worked for the past may not work for you. You are always unique and you always have to understand you and go with your gut feeling. And it may be going against the grain, but it's for you. So the book starts that and has a bit more on autopilot, why we live in that zombie world and how we let other things impress us, so therefore we sit in the world of validation instead of validating ourselves. So yeah.
Very true.
And that has been a challenge, I think, for so many women, because sometimes we play by tradition, and sometimes because a family member had done something, we have to do the same. Or sometimes we are not hearing the voice that we should hear and take action, because it's a tradition or it's upbringing, or perhaps it's about making someone else happy, and we just go along that path and instead of hearing our own voice and making that commitment and decision for us, which is the good decision for our own well-being.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think something that I actually learned throughout my experiences, that to trust your own intuition and trust that voice to make that decision yourself, and instead of waiting for somebody else to make that decision for you. It may be right or wrong, but eventually you will learn from that decision. And eventually, as you get, you know, older, you need to trust that intuition feeling. You need to trust that voice that's telling you, go that way and move that toward that direction. So I believe that will also resonate with your books and what you have just spoken to us.
Absolutely. This shows you that even though traditions are we have culture, religion, and traditions, and sometimes what we used to do back in the day, I mean, I met this lovely girl on TikTok when I went live, and she said, oh, Mum told me to put the clothes to dry, but she didn't tell me where and with what and how exactly she wanted, so I didn't do it. I said, why didn't you ask? Was I supposed to ask her? I said, well, it's communication. And you wonder why we think the younger generation are not exactly cued into it, because we've forgotten the teaching aspect. Because now, instead of having one parent at home, we've got no parents at home. We've got childcare. We've missed the fundamentals. So we need to bring it back a little and let them know that we still love them, but we don't we assume that they know because we have the superhighway of information, and we think you can watch it on TikTok, you can watch it on YouTube, you can find out, but what exactly are they giving out there in the information could be incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Your specifications and your understanding of how to teach is different.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it's about education and parents to take that responsibility to educate their kids. Now, just your question.
I love what you have shared with us. I love, you know, the rawness of it, and sharing, you know, some of the things that obviously have impacted you throughout your life. And, you know, there are a lot of similarities in each one of us, and we all are part of the jigsaw. It's almost like, you know, not just a jigsaw, but a tapestry. So a tapestry looks amazing in the front, but in the back, all the threads cross over, the interwoven, there's knots and all those things behind the scenes that nobody sees. And I think, you know, from what you shared, it sounds like your life is like that tapestry, that you're showing the bravery, you're showing the empowerment that you've gained over your experiences in life. But yet, behind the scenes, you have travelled an immense journey and crisscrossing left and right, and, you know, all sorts of seasons have come to play in your world, and you've forged on. The other thing I want to say is too that parenting these days is very different to how I've parented my kids. You know, I'm absolutely staggered by the amount of people that, you know, have little kids and all they can do to entertainment is to give them a mobile phone and put them in, you know, get them to watch something while the world goes by around them. There's nothing there for them to connect with. You know, it's a quick solution, it's a quick fix. And I think that is, you know, to me personally, I think it's almost like a cop-out, that you just want to pacify the child rather than educate the child and get them to be patient and teach them those core skills that will serve them in good stead as they get older. It's not a quick fix. It's probably in some cases an addiction, I think. But I'll circle back to my question that I'm going to ask you. So from your experience, Avril, what's one practical technique individuals can use daily to cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset? Because you've gone through the neuroscience aspect of things. What's one positive, resilient mindset maybe you can add?
You. There's so many out there. But most of all is having your affirmations, because we live in a fast-paced world. We've got 2 billion things coming through our eyes, ears, smells, touches, so our brain is finding it hard to cope.
Yes.
So to keep yourself aligned, always write your affirmations. I personally like to write it on a piece of paper, or you can do it on your mirror, you can put it on your whiteboard if you have one, or even on the fridge, so that if it's just general, the whole family, when they're opening the fridge, they'll see it, and it'll benefit not only you, but them.
Absolutely. Love it. Absolutely. I love writing on the mirror. When you do your makeup, it's right there in front of you, and it encourages you, and you change it every month. That's what I do.
It's wonderful, yes. Having said that, I actually have got an appreciation notebook. So when I wake up in the morning, I write probably about a page or two, appreciating and being grateful for everything, my health, my family, my husband, my cat, my house, my people that I meet, these beautiful women, what I do, my mission, my vision. And also, I give myself note of what I'm planning to do for the day. So for example, I'm planning to do this and that and that, and then I've got a whole document of 2 pages which give me, you know, some great practical step-by-step work to do. And by, you know, 5 o'clock, I'll just feel that, yes, I have ticked those boxes. And the beauty about the appreciation notebook is that actually you start the morning fresh, you start the morning with a positive mindset, and also the beautiful thing in life is to be grateful.
Absolutely.
Right? So there are sometimes great things happens in our life, and sometimes there are not so great things happens in life. So the best thing is to be appreciative and thankful of things that's going in our life, and being focused on that rather than something that doesn't work out. So when you have our mindset very positively in the morning, then you have, you know, basically give your mindset the force or the intention to take that way or think that way the whole day. So, and that's also very helpful for, so anybody who wants to, you know, start your morning fresh and beautiful, go with your notebook, appreciation notebook, and start your day with what you're thankful of and what is your plan for the next 24 hours. That makes your day very proactive and also happy to start in the morning. So wonderful. Juicy, do you have any other question?
So I want to just ask you, so right now, you know, what are you involved in terms of inspiring other women, to empower them, to give them these gifts, if you will, to help them to move forward from situation to situation? Everybody's got a situation, but what are you doing? What's the practical things that you are doing right now to help women?
Well, right now I run a community-based hypnotic meditation, but I also have 2 other programs. So it's the Walk of Confidence, an 8-week walk, because Rome wasn't built in a day. No. So things that happen usually works slowly for permanency. Whereas I've got also a 4-week program for performance enhancer. So the 4-week program is performance enhancing. So if you are wanting to be that CEO or wanting to get up in life and you're thinking, oh, am I not sure if I'm really in this relationship full-heartedly, or if I'm doing my work properly, and why am I not getting where I need to be? So what this performance enhancer program, which is a 4-week, is to help you level up.
Wow.
And it's all based on results.
Wow.
And the hypnotic meditation is the segue in between, if you're not sure yet, to understand how your body and your mind works. It's a great way to start. Also the book as well. So it's always linked in. This is just, the programs I run is, I've walked my walk of confidence. I'm here sitting with these lovely ladies in front of you, from someone who is a nobody to be somebody.
Wow.
And to be walking that path, you owe it to yourself.
Absolutely,
Wow,
great
powerful.
message. You mentioned about your programs. Are they online or face-to-face?
Mine do both.
But
So some people like to have the face-to-face. Some people like the Zoom because they don't have time or travel time. And I am global, so I do worldwide.
Very good.
wonderful, thank you. Great initiative. I would like to congratulate you for having your books and also the program that you have created for women. I think from my eyes, and I'm sure with the viewers' eyes, you're a true inspiration for other women.
Thank you.
Well done for the things that you have done, and many more things to be happening in the future. You never know. And I'm also so grateful to have her as part of our foundation. She has been greatly participating our last event, and we look forward to have her in our next event, which is coming up in the next probably couple of months. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now it's my absolute pleasure to welcome our third guest speaker, a woman whose extraordinary global journey and leadership have empowered so many along the way. Meet Maria Polorogic, a passionate advocate for women's empowerment with an inspiring story of resilient leadership and global experience. Maria's journey began after earning a double degree, which led her to spend 5 years living and working abroad super yachts, primarily based in Monte Carlo. Her voyages took her across Europe, the Caribbean, and the United States, where she rose to a role of chief stewards, mentoring and empowering young women entering yachting industry with a strong focus on emotional resilience, financial literacy, and leadership. Maria's expertise and leadership earned her a prestige opportunity in Courchevel in French Alps before she eventually returned to Australia. Today, she serves as the business development manager at Victorian designer Floors, expanding their footprint into New South Wales and also Queensland. She's also contributing her skills to Royal Melbourne Yacht Squadron's race management team, and also serves as a judge for Elliott equestrian Victorian competitors in dressage and also show jumping. Maria's passion for empowerment and excellence continues to shine, and she is also now excited to contribute to the global women empowerment, helping women and also rise, lead, and drive. So Marielle, we are very excited to have you on the show. Welcome. How are you today?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining
Maria.
us. Juicy and I have got some questions that we would love to ask
Sure.
you. My first question is, your global experience mentoring young women in the yacht industry is truly inspiring. How do you see these leadership and empowerment principles translating in your work with the global women empowerment?
Thank you for your kind words, Rose. To begin with, I'd like to start by making reference to our program first. I always use one key word to describe Global Women Empowerment Program, and that word is inspirational. I always try to motivate women and uplift others with a reminder to ladies, know your worth and know your value. To answer your question, Rose, my global experience mentoring young women in the yachting industry has reinforced the importance of leadership and empowerment. My global experience mentoring young women in the yachting industry has reinforced the importance of leadership and empowerment principles that I believe are universally applicable. In my work with the Global Women Empowerment Program, I see these principles manifesting in several key ways, such as mentorship and guidance, building confidence, leadership development, cultural sensitivity, and inclusivity.
Oh, thank you so much, Maria, for your insight sharing, your expertise about that. Juicy, how about question number 2?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions actually.
Feel free.
But Maria, given your unique background across luxury industries, yachting definitely one of them, super yachts to competitive horse sport judging, which are two really different industries, how do you envision using your diverse skill set to support and uplift women stepping into leadership and entrepreneurial roles?
Thank you for your question, Josie. At my equestrian competitions, I always remind all competitors of my favourite quote, "Stirrups of strength, reins of resilience." This means so much to life, not just sporting competitions. But to answer your question, Josie, in my global experience across various luxury elite industries, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of strong leadership and entrepreneurial spirit. I envision using my diverse skill set to empower women by fostering mentorship programs that provide guidance and support tailored to their unique challenges. I plan to develop workshops focused on building confidence, negotiation skills, and strategic thinking, equipping women with the tools they need to excel in their careers. I hope to inspire a new generation of female leaders who are not only successful but also committed to the uplifting others in their journey. Together we can create a more equitable landscape where women thrive in leadership and entrepreneurship. In addition to the above, I'd like to conclude by mentioning, after years away abroad, I came home with a vision to be part of something built to last. Now, as Business Development Manager at Victorian Design Floors, I'm proud to represent a company that sets the benchmark in flooring excellence across Victoria's construction industry. So, led by founder John Bolesky, VDF partners with builders, architects, engineers, interior designers, and real estate professionals, delivering quality, innovation, and reliability on every project. As we expand across Victoria and into New South Wales and Queensland, our commitment to craftsmanship and customer care remains unwavering. This is more than flooring. It's about building spaces people are proud to call home. Victorian Designer Floors, I say, let's build a future together, and through my role within the company, I will continue encouraging women to be successful and be part of the workforce, including construction industry like myself. Above all, I would like to thank all the wonderful people in my life, such as Nailene Beauty, my fabulous makeup artist, and my hairstylist today, who is a dear friend as well. Where it all started through family values growing up. My mother, my strongest leader, Lucy Praljak, who is my best friend, Also, my closest friends, especially the last 10 years, who have stuck by me through thick and thin, being more like family, even when life often throws you curveballs. Last but not least, my beloved partner, Ari Metropolis, who is my soulmate for life, who always supports me in everything I do. Overall, ladies, I remind you that you need to first love yourself as a woman, looking into the mirror before you can love others. Thank you, Rose Rawani, for giving me this wonderful opportunity speaking here at Channel 31 for Global Women Empowerment Program.
Thank you, and also you for being here today. I'm sure you did mention about your beautiful hairstyler and also makeup start. I would love to invite her to come on the stage.
Absolutely.
And also, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Your makeup is wonderful. So,
Superb.
would love to invite her. And her beautiful name is Nilufar. So I would like Nilufar to come on the stage, and we would like to have a brief introduction about her too. Hi Nilu, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Hi Rose, thanks for having me.
It's lovely to have you with us today. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers? What are you doing? You look beautiful. I love your hair.
Thank you.
And
so
your
very
makeup
nice.
and those earrings are shining and beautiful.
Sparkly.
Thank you.
Yes.
guys.
So would you mind
Stunning.
introducing yourself to our viewers?
Sure. Hello everyone, I'm Nilufar Purgholizadeh, the founder of Nelin Beauty Salon. As a professional makeup artist and hairstylist, I feel truly honored to be here today on this amazing television show. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to share my passion with all of you. And a special thank you to beautiful Maria for giving me this wonderful chance and for always supporting me. It's a pleasure to be part of this inspiring show.
Thank you. And I can see that you do such a beautiful makeup. Now we have got a beautiful example here.
Thank you.
You have done the hair and the makeup both?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, both of
And your professional includes both hair and makeup.
Yes,
Is that correct?
both of
All right.
them, yeah.
You're wonderful. You have done an amazing job on her. We can actually see that now.
Thank you
And
so much.
it was very lovely to have you with us today.
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you.
This brings us to the conclusion of today's inspiring episode of the Global Women Empowerment Program, Women as a Change Maker. A heartfelt thank you to my wonderful co-host, Josie Kersey. Deep gratitude to our extraordinary guest speakers, Evangeline Tai, Avril Jurizenis, and also Maria Palregic, for sharing your stories and also your expertise and your passion creating real change and lasting impact. To our incredible viewers, thank you for being part of this journey with us. Remember, empowerment starts from within. It's through resilience, courage, and unwavering leadership that we transform not only our own lives, but also lives of those around us. Believe in your voice, trust journey, and never underestimate the power you hold. Lead to rise and also inspire. You're stronger than any challenges, braver than any fear, and destined to make a difference. Until next episode of the Global Women Empowerment Program, live with passion, lead with resilience, and never stop being a change maker. Thank you for joining us tonight.